Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today we are finishing the Jeepers Creepers series. There is another one coming out this year apparently. As of time of filming, there is no release date. It just says October, and there isn't even really evidence that they filmed it yet. I don't know where all this is coming from, but apparently it's true and it's happening. It's going to be called Reborn, I think, so whatever. I'm not looking forward to it, but today we're going to be talking about Jeepers Creepers 3. Jeepers Creepers 3 was written in 2017. It was released in 2017, I should say. It was written and directed by Victor Salva. I do have it on Blu-ray. It's a nice Blu-ray. I think it's a cool cover. I mean, the back's kind of cooler, but it's not representative of what happens in this film at all. That's the unfortunate part. No real spoilers here, but essentially the idea is it takes place in between Jeepers Creepers 1 and Jeepers Creepers 2, which, don't even get me started, I hate that. Why would they do that? Why? Why? It doesn't resolve anything. We learn nothing new. It is this waste of time that we get, right? Because it's set in between the two. So first of all, they change the Creepers look a little bit, like they do in every film. It's been 10 years since they've released one, so of course it's going to change a little bit. But my problem here is you can't change it and have it be, in the timeline, because we have 1, 3, 2. So you have to do whatever the Creeper ends at has to be whatever 2 begins at, which is cool, except that, and this is a big spoiler, I should say there is spoilers, I suppose. There's a huge spoiler I'm about to drop right now, so if you're worried about that, stop watching the video, I guess. But in the end of the film, they put this girl's boyfriend onto the bus that gets attacked by the Creeper later. And I don't think I saw that guy in the second film. And that's the big thing, is yeah, it answered the question of where were the kids going? What happened here? Where is this guy going? Cool, I get that. It answers a couple questions from Jeepers Creepers 2 that, to be honest, no one was asking, but still, it answered them. And the big problem here that I have, though, is we still don't know what happens to the guy, right? We're yeah, that's the bus that gets attacked. We know, that's confirmed. But where was he during the attack? I didn't see him. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe he is there. This is 10 years later, so it can't be the same actor at very least. So I'm frustrated because they decided to do that. I get it, I do, but it's frustrating. I wish it was a more subtle hint instead of more direct in your face about it. This also sees the return of Trish from the first Jeepers Creepers, who it looks like was going to have more to do in a fourth film. I don't think she's going to be in this fourth film because it has nothing to do with Salva, which is good. But it was more of a tease than anything else, and I was never have I ever been sitting there watching a movie being wow, I really do not want them to make a fourth film. I don't. I really don't. This one really shows that Jeepers Creepers is a cool idea, but it's not going anywhere. It's not changing. It's not evolving. There's nothing new that we're learning here. And in every single freaking movie, they have to re-explain everything because it's been 10 years since the other release. They're oh, yes, 23 years, 23 days. I'm yes, I know. I remember. I saw the first one. And it's so frustrating because they treat their audience like they're dumb. And I'm we know. If you're going to see a sequel, you are under the understanding that you have at least seen the first one, or you're okay with not knowing some things that have happened with the first one. That is a contract you sign with the sequel. You're okay, I understand. I'm not going to understand all of this. That's okay. It's a sequel. But they're okay, well, we're going to tell you everything that happened. And I'm I don't want you to do that. Show me what happens. And the special effects in this one are bad. They're bad. They're worse than the second one, which was released 10 years prior. So I don't understand how that happened. But congratulations. I didn't think you were going to make it worse, and you did. The second one was probably my favorite one, I think. I think the first one was better in terms of tone and overall story, but I like the second one because it's on a bus in school and it's more relatable to me. But I don't... This one bothers me for so many reasons, and I can't talk about them all on a video, but I'm going to try to get through a couple of them before it gets too long of a video. But I don't like the acting. I think the acting is mediocre. I think that the boy and the girl, the main boy and girl, the young ones, are pretty good. They're fine. They're acceptable. They're passable. But they don't have a lot of screen time. Nobody has a lot of screen time. There is no main character in this film besides the Creeper, and even he doesn't have a whole lot of actual screen time. There's only one scene from this movie that I actually liked, and that is when they are going to the truck, like the beating you truck. And in there is the creeper's soul or whatever, controlling the truck to kill these kids. And honestly, that was a really cool scene. I was like, wow, this is actually building tension. And then all of a sudden after that, it's like, and we don't talk about it for the rest of the film. And I'm like, oh, why? Like, why do something just for the sake of it being creepy and scary? It wasn't. I think the creepiest one's probably the first one. The first one's just super creepy. They have a lot more gore. They have that horrific picture at the end of the film. Fantastic. This one just did not deliver on that at all. It was advertised as the scariest one yet. It's not. It really isn't. The end of the film is kind of medium rare because you're like, okay, now the second one comes out and it's just kind of meh, you know? And I think that at some point a director should be like, okay, this is enough. Like, they should not have made a second one, I think. I think if they only made the first one, that would have made the first one better. Because the second one made the first one look worse. And I'm like, why? They can't be making that much money off of these to keep making more. I don't know what the budget's like for any of these. I don't know what the budget's like for the fourth one. I hope it's a little higher, and not only for the sake of, like, the movie being better, but, like, it's a rebirth of the franchise. So I'm hoping they fix some things from the Creeper. Like, the Creeper is a cool character. I like the idea that he comes out every 23 years, he gets 23 days to eat. Cool. I can dig that. But also, what the hell is he? Like, where is this? I want an origin story. That's what I want. I want an origin story. There's none of this. We have 1, 3, 2. First of all, I hate that. Why would you do that? And it doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking right now. I'm gonna stop. I can rant about this probably all day. I'm gonna go ahead and give Jeepers Creepers 3 an F+. The plus is mainly for those 2 characters that I enjoyed, and that one scene by the truck I actually really enjoyed. The rest of the hour and a half of this movie is, honestly, in my opinion, total garbage. I had no fun watching it. I mean, I had fun laughing at it in some parts, but even that isn't enough to satisfy me for this film. There's not a whole lot to laugh at because you're just sad. You're just like, wow, I'm really watching this right now. So I do not recommend you watch Jeepers Creepers 3. In fact, I'm pretty confident you don't have to see the new Jeepers Creepers coming out, so I don't recommend you do. I would probably say you should probably watch the first one, just because you'll be familiar with the context of what this new one is about. But I don't even know what's going on with that yet, so, I guess we'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing. It's a huge help. I do reviews every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then occasionally Saturdays and Sunday right now because school is happening and I'm busy. But please consider subscribing anyway. It's a huge help, and it definitely helps, get me motivated to make more of these videos. Comment down below if you've seen Jeepers Creepers 3. Did you like it? Are you excited for the new one? All of these things I love to hear about. So definitely consider doing that. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.